Well, it's day 5, y'all. What's up? Yeah, we're still chugging along here on this daily. So far, so good. I'm enjoying myself, and by the sounds of it, based on your feedback so far, it seems like you guys are digging it too. You know, I know how hard it can be. You know, you've got an hour podcast, and then, you know, I mean, it's a big commitment. We all have stuff going on. And, you know, I figured that these shorter ones could be a little easier to digest, and they'll never replace the weekly. That's never the plan. But it's to give you, you know, another choice, if you will. If you don't want to commit to an hour plus podcast, this is another choice. It's an option to hear something a little bit shorter and to the point, as far as my perspective and what I'm up to. My pal Daryl calls it like an audio vlog. Is there a word? Is there a way? Because you have blog, which is B-L-O-G. You have vlog, which is V-L-O-G, which is the video version of a blog. This would be like a log. A log? Is that even? I don't even know if that's a thing. But we're doing it, and I don't know if other people do this. I'm sure that somebody somewhere has come up with it. I could never take credit for it, but it's a hell of a format. I do enjoy it. But I was back in the gym today. I went in and I just followed what the doctor said. You know, no treadmill, no running, no Stairmaster. She said I could do the elliptical, so I did the hell out of that elliptical, let me tell you. And it was fine, and I didn't, you know, look, I didn't push it super hard. I didn't want to get myself in a pain or hurt myself or anything like that. So that was not happening. So I went in there, I got my sweat on. I did work on my arms too. I did a couple of machines working on the arms. I'm trying to get better about the weights, man. I got to tell you, it's never been my strong suit. There have been times where I've started and stopped and started and stopped and started and, well, you guessed it, stopped on the weights, and I need to refocus on that. So I'm trying. I'm doing my best. And mixing it in with that cardio and just, you know, making some stuff happen. And that's really the theme of what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to make stuff happen. So that was my day in a nutshell. But I guess the greater message of this podcast, something that I wanted to talk about on this particular episode, is how it's okay to not be okay. This is I've been seeing this a lot on my feed lately and in stories. Friends of mine that are, you know, they find themselves in a slump. They find themselves just kind of, you know, falling just into the abyss of their mind, and they feel like they don't know where to go. They feel lost. They feel confused. There's a lot of anxiety. And I want y'all to know that I've been through this. I still go through this. I just went through this back in September. In the very beginning of October, I was going through that very thing. And, you know, on part of it, we're like, you know, when it's happening, we start freaking out because we're like, man, I just don't know what to do. I feel so lost. I want to cry. I want to get upset. I want to tear stuff apart. Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm thinking a wave of emotions, and not a damn one of them is a good emotion, right? And so we just freak out, and you know, our emotions just take us over. They take control of the ship. And I don't know that this is breaking news or a PSA or what have you. This may be something you already knew, but guess what? If you're listening to this podcast and you're going through some stuff and you don't know this, well, now you know. It's okay to not be okay. Because much like a weight loss journey, which I try to talk about on here frequently, there is no deadline. There is no time limit. This is your life. There are going to be highs, there are going to be lows, and there should never be a deadline set on getting quote unquote better. No deadline on clearing your mind and your thoughts and all these things. It really comes down to this. You got to take your time, and you got to take it one day at a time. Yeah, I know what you're going to say. That's cliche, but it's true. It's not some sexy, cute secret on how to fix this stuff. It's just the cold, hard facts, and it's super simple. I think anybody can understand it. You got to take your time one day at a time. You got to slow it way down and follow your heart on a daily basis. That's really what it comes down to. Much like your weight, if you're sitting here thinking, well, how do I fix it now? Guess what? You can't fix it right this second. Especially if you just started. I mean, it has to be a gradual thing. Because I've had those times where I thought, okay, today's the bad day, right? Tomorrow I'm going to wake up, everything's going to be perfect. It's going to be grand. It's going to be amazing. And I wake up and I try to get on the good foot, and then all the bad stuff just rolls in. Instead, what I should have been doing was each day just making slow steps, not saying, oh, tomorrow's going to be great. To hell with today. It's every day I'm going to make these small, incremental little things until I get better. And guess what? That might take a week. It might take 2 weeks. It could take a whole month. It could take longer. And that's okay. Yeah, I don't like feeling like it either, because I know what you're probably thinking. Oh, well, yeah, it could take a month, but I don't want it to be that way. I get it. I understand it. But sometimes we just don't have full control over that because our mind is going to take it over. And when it does, it's really hard to get control back. But we can do it. Through every dark time, there is a light ahead. You just don't see it right at the jump. Because if you did, if it was that easy, you just run to the light and you're back. You're good to go. That's not how it works. It's a gradual process. So, that is the point of today's podcast. I won't take up any more of your time, but that is, it's all right to not be okay. It's okay to not be okay, and take your time, slow and steady, just like weight loss, slow and steady. You'll get through this. If you need me, I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of you, you probably already know that. Except I'm talking to like my closer friends because they're the ones that I hear from, but anybody, I'm here. You need me, you know where to find me. I'm not that hard to find. It's all right. It may not seem like it's all right, but it will be all right in time. Be patient. Don't beat yourself up. And above all, just keep moving forward at a slightly slower pace. And in time, all that stuff, it's going to work itself right out. Before I go, you guys have been playing the emoji game with me. You guys have been playing that stuff real good. We're talking about a lot of mindset here, so go ahead and drop me an emoji of a brain. How about that one? That's a funny looking emoji. The brain. All right. I'm getting out of here for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for listening.